let's talk about a word we throw around all the time for software, user. But what if I told you that word is actually holding your team back? When it comes to your network's digital twin, user doesn't even begin to tell the whole story. You are so much more than that.
This right here, this is the core idea. When your organization brings a digital twin of its network online, you're not just a passive operator clicking some buttons. No way. You are actively feeding and shaping the intelligence of a living system. Every single person on your team becomes a vital part of its brain.
So think of your digital twin kind of like a living organism. It only grows, it only gets smarter when it's fed by the unique knowledge that comes from your entire team. So let's break down exactly how each role contributes, piece by piece. All right, let's kick things off with the manager. You're not just overseeing a project, you're more like the director of this collective intelligence. You're the one who defines the rules of the game for how the entire system thinks.
By setting these standards, the design criteria, the quality protocols, you're giving the digital twin its core reference framework. It's like setting the house rules. Without them, everybody would be playing by their own rules, and you'd just have chaos instead of intelligence.
Next up, the engineers, the people who are literally building the future. Every single time you design a new network section or you plan an expansion, you are directly teaching the digital twin. It learns from your unique approach to solving complex problems.
Your decisions, those smart compromises you have to make, your overall vision. These aren't just technical choices. Nope. Each one is a piece of intelligence that's being added directly into the system for everyone else to benefit from.
Now for a role that is, and I mean this, absolutely essential. The administrative staff. You are the guardians of the truth. You're the ones who ensure that the digital twin's world perfectly matches the real world of contracts and customers.
So every time you enter a new customer address or update a contract, what you're really doing is enabling the digital twin to make the correct connections between clients and infrastructure. You make sure its intelligence is based on fact, not fiction.
And now for those on the front lines, the technicians. You are the source of what we call ground truth. Because let's be honest, the plans on paper are a great start, but you know what's really out there in the field, that undocumented cable, the conduit that's unexpectedly full.
When your technicians enter those corrections directly from the field, that's raw, brute force intelligence. Every update invalidates an old assumption and forces the entire system to become more accurate. This contribution is just critical.
So here's where it all comes together. This is the crucial point. Each of these contributions is valuable on its own, for sure, but when you bring them all together in a single system, well, that's when the magic really happens. This is the multiplier effect.
Just look at how this plays out. The manager sets a market priority. The engineer suggests a technical plan. The technician on the ground reports back on real-world constraints. And the admin provides the customer context. Now, separately, these are just scattered facts. But together, you get a crystal-clear action plan with all the context you need to succeed. That's collective intelligence in action.
So what's the best way to think about all this? Well, it's an analogy we all know. Wikipedia. You've got thousands of people, each contributing just a small piece of their own expertise, and they collaborate to build this incredible resource for the entire world.
This is where that analogy gets really powerful. Your digital twin is like a private Wikipedia, built specifically for your business. Instead of strangers, it's your expert team contributing. And instead of organized chaos, you have complete control over standards and security. This transforms your operational data from just a shared resource into your own private intellectual property. And that is a true competitive advantage.
And here's the key. This creates a powerful feedback loop. The more your team contributes, the smarter the system gets. The smarter the system gets, the more useful it becomes, which then encourages even more contribution. This isn't simple linear growth, it's exponential. Just look at how this intelligence compounds over time. Within a month, you have a solid data foundation. Fast forward to 3 months, and you've got a proactive tool that sees patterns and helps you get ahead of problems. But after a year, you have an irreplaceable intelligence engine, a single source of truth that gives your team an advantage that spreadsheets and old drawings could never, ever provide.
So let's end where we began. You're not just a user of some passive tool. You are the architect of a living system. You are building your own operational intelligence, creating a competitive advantage that gets stronger with every single contribution,
every single day. Start designing, operating, and innovating your fiber optic network today.